In this next lesson on the introduction to matrices, we're going to talk about how to add and subtract the matrices. The first thing we need to make sure of is that the matrices we're looking at are really the same order. And again, we talked about order and dimension before as that m by n, and that means that those have to have the same dimensions. We can't add if we're missing pieces from either of those. To add matrices of the same order, we just add the corresponding entries. We talked about the corresponding entries being compatible earlier when we were looking at two matrices set equal. Similarly, we are going to look at adding these corresponding entries. And first thing when we were talking about this, we obviously know that we can go through and add matrices. We also can subtract matrices, and when we're subtracting matrices, we need to find what is known as the additive inverse, which we will discuss in the next video. So first things first, let's look at adding matrices. Again, if possible. First thing we want to do is check to make sure our dimensions are correct. If you look at this first one, we have 3 rows, and again, the rows are the things stacked on top of each other. So this is row 1, this is row 2, this is row 3, and the columns are what hold the matrix up. So we have 1, 2, 3 columns. So this is a 3 by 3 column matrix, and again here you have 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, and 3 columns. So this is also 3 by 3, so they are compatible when adding. And again, so all we do here is add corresponding terms. So 1 plus 4 gives us 5. 0 plus negative 10 gives us negative 10. 5 plus 3 gives us 8. And that completes our first row. The second row is going to be 11 minus 7, so that is 4. Negative 9 plus 2 is going to be negative 7, and 1 plus 0 is 1. In this last row, I want you to pause and complete the reading assignment for this section. For example 5, similarly, again, we're going to check this. This time we have 2 rows, 1, 2 rows. Still 3 columns though. Similar here, we have 2 rows, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3 columns. So again, these are compatible as far as being added. So we have 1 plus 5 is 6. 10 plus 8 is 18. 6 plus negative 9 is negative 3. 5 plus negative 3 is 2. Negative 2 plus 12 is 10. And 0 plus 7 is 7. So that is how we go through and add our matrices when possible, when they are compatible. The next video is going to look at additive inverses and subtraction of matrices.